start of part 3, Seiyunchin Kata, and wherever we left off, we're going to carry on from there and build. And if you're unaware of what went on, please go and look at the previous videos. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. So, notes, as you get more and more proficient in Seiyunchin, you will start usually as a beginner learning the kata with very high audible breathing. Okay? So you'll have the sensei going and I'm doing it with a lot of exaggeration because I want people to hear it, to replicate the duration of the breath, etc. As soon as you got the idea of the kata, the breathing should not be audible. Okay, I hate hearing don't breathe in your kata. We're human beings, we need oxygen. Oxygen makes energy. All right, if you're not breathing, you're dead. So the breathing is not audible. You're still breathing. And the breathing is very closely linked to the movement. Nobody should hear the breathing unless they are like right up next to your mouth and your nose. Okay, so silent breathing, and it's there. Outward, short, long, combinations of long and short, short and long, in different forms. It's there on every move. Okay? Very, very powerful break or change of tempo. So very slow up until the end of the third one, then suddenly, okay? A lot of hips, shift, change into how to use this hip. Watch out for this only. Vibration, vibration, vibration. There's an oscillation of the body in a lot of these movements. Okay? Whipping movements, cross over, rotate, pulling. Here is your wind up and release. And as you rotate, it's that powerful movement. The step is helping generate power. The step is part of the bunkai, if you need it to be. The step is part of the bunkai, if you need it to be. So, I think I've covered most of Seiyunchin. Breathing, very important because you do so much open hand technique in Seiyunchin. Please note, fingers in, thumbs in. Straight arms, straight wrists, a lot of the time. Here. Okay? Don't. Straight. Like Mount Fuji. Okay? Watch out for doing things that are going to endanger yourself. It's there forward for a reason. It's forward for a reason. Activation and utilization of your thorax and your abdomen is very important. That when I do this, I'm not pulling down with my arms. Otherwise, I have to be built really big. I'm pulling down with my body. And the most important muscles I need to activate are these muscles in my back. So when I pull down here, it's the muscles in my back pulling down and dropping. And there's that focus and that compression. Okay? Up. Small rotation on the body. Spoken about vibration. Here the wrist is slightly bent. Draw a line from that knuckle through your wrist. Put that hand there to protect. Watch out for pinkies. They come out. This is where we used to see all the pinkies. We used to call it the teacup hand. Keep those pinkies in, thumbs in, nice straight flat hand, strong hand, flat. Okay, and a little bit out. Block, block, flat hand. Block, block, flat hand. Up. Turn as I block. Focus. There on the bottom of the hand here. Focus point. 1. Subtle. Focus point here. Pull. Okay, second one. Pull. Pull your arms together. They're like they're attached with an elastic band. Together. Release. I tend to have this arm very relaxed at like a 45-degree angle. My hands still. 1 after the movement. Told you about this position. Square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? You can get that a lot smaller if you have to. It's another variation. And the white wall doesn't help, but my back is pulled in. Okay? It's like I've got something pressing me up like this. It's not a good idea. Okay? Somebody's grabbing onto you. And theoretical bunkai that is often given is somebody's grabbing onto you from behind. When they grab on, by doing this, I effectively increase my surface area. My back pushes open, my arms come forward, they come forward a little bit more, I become a bigger circle. So their grip starts to break. That means I can grab, elbow, throw, step around, throw, many options for you. Okay? So this idea of expand the back, then tighten from outward, like if you've ever seen, I'm South African, if you've ever seen a puff adder, it's one of our vipers. It swells up with air and it gets angry. It lets out this very loud, okay, to tell you, step away. It's a very, very stubborn snake. If you're in the bush, the veld as we call it, and you come across it, it doesn't get off the path. Usually you don't see it. It's an extremely well camouflaged snake. You don't see it. And you just hear it. Right? If you don't get out of its way, next time it'll bite you. If it hasn't bitten you. Now, I do a lot of backpacking and climbing, and we usually say it's not the first person, not the second person, it's usually the third person gets bitten, because the first one doesn't catch on, they hear it, they think somebody's kicked a rock. Second one might go, person in front of me kicked a rock, and the third guy walks past, and by then the puff adder is really upset, and it strikes. What's interesting is the puff adder fills itself with air. Fill yourself, air, release. Air, release. Okay? Told you about this hand, and slide forward. Try to keep those hands nice and straight. Try to get them up. Sorry, my previous school was very much this. Up and down. And round and block. I think that is it for now. Camera says 15 minutes. I've got a feeling we're going to break this down into a couple of videos. I hope you find it insightful. Please remember, do what your sensei says. And if you are getting to grips with being in a new home, then you have to try and work very hard to get to grips with what your new sensei says. I have 4 or 5 variations of everything because I've had 4 or 5 different karate homes, and it's given me a great wide range of input, but it also means that I get confused sometimes by my own admission which one I need to do. muscle memory goes back 30 years. So it's very hard to break that muscle memory from my formative karate as a little kiddie, learning Seiyunchin at 11 or 12 years old and breaking habits. So please understand if there are flaws and technical flaws, and I'm speaking to my fellow members of the OGKK, if there are technical flaws, I'm going to learn to be more like OGKK every time I can get myself to the dojo in Okinawa. That's about it. Please try your best, please train hard, and hopefully you will enjoy the video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Sayonara.